Anyways, let's get straight back to Call of Cthulhu. I like the game a lot, actually. I'm quite fond of it. Maybe it's nostalgia playing a factor, because I did play this game when I was younger. I don't know, but I like it. If only I didn't crash. Here we are here. Can I stilt my way up here? Looks like I could, but I can't. Okay. Well, time into the sewers. Probably should duck my head. Probably not out of the free woods yet. So, our brilliant idea is to go to the goddamn sewers. There's apparently a Shaggoth. What the fuck's a Shaggoth? I'm sure we'll find out. Okay. Open said door. Okay. Oh no. Oh no. I think I remember this sequence, if it's what I'm thinking it is.
It's just a trash can. Nothing of interest.
Maybe it's just my imagination. Maybe I'm remembering this wrong. Oh wait, no, I remember it. We'll get to you in a moment. Let me first venture this area.
These doors appear to be bolted securely from the other side.
Well, that's cool. Maybe. Hey! You enemies down there blocking my way. Guess what? You shouldn't stand in front of a goddamn truck ready to slide down a hill. If this is the part I'm thinking of, that must be really hard.
It's a slaughterhouse. The stench of rotting flesh is overwhelming.
I could run in the back.
This would give me some good cover, if only I could get it to move.
Well, you see about that, my friend. Ta-da! Evacuation, go!
I'm not so sure this was one of my better ideas.
He's in the truck!
It's okay. This is a brilliant move, and no one can tell me otherwise.
Don't let him escape! Kill him!
I see the sewer entrance now, at the very least.
Take him down!
A sturdy-looking metal bar.
Oh, I think I know what I'm doing with this, too.
Don't let him get alive!
Thankfully, they're terrible at aim. Must not be very good hunters. What the fuck is with this water? Regardless. I think I got the right idea.
Show them!
Oh. Wasn't my smartest idea. Close down for a second.
Don't let him escape!
Well, am I not doing this right? I'm just getting slowly more damage from this. Oh god, okay, you know what? Sure, continue. What was my last checkpoint was in there. So maybe that wasn't exactly the right thing I was supposed to do, but then what was? We may need to find multiple crowbars. Maybe. Don't mind me, folks. I got a brilliant plan I'm gonna put into action right now.
Seems like a dangerous place to park.
You don't say. To the back of the truck before it starts sliding off on its own, please.
I'm not so sure this was one of my better ideas.
Probably not.
Don't let him escape!
Maybe I'm looking for different.
Sturdy-looking metal bar.
Kill him!
Is there more sturdy looking metal bars? Or was I just missing something I need to do in that last sequence?
It's wrecked beyond repair.
Yes. But is there any crowbars?
I don't suppose the butcher will be too thrilled. Now just a mess of twisted metal.
Okay. Use this. Hit it.
I'm not gonna lie.
I have to wait for the moment it gets slower.
Show them.
Oh, I did it. Good for me. Only slightly damaged. Let's see. It's only you that's damaged. Maybe I should have saved stuff. But hey, worked with it. The goddamn sewers I go. Attack of the Fishmen. Well, you have a heavy bleeding. That's all I was able to read. Well, Dagness of the sewers, let's go. Actually, I don't really need to sneak, do I? We already know. The people of Innsmouth won't come down to the sewers. They're afraid of the Shaggoth. Except for this little girl, apparently. Little girl! You're totally trustworthy. I'm sure you are. Let's...
Hello?
No, wait!
Well, that drove me slightly insane. That's not the least bit worrying. It's okay. I'm only slightly going insane. Oh.
What the heck?
Ah, shit! It's corrosive!
What? What the hell? Oh, ew, it's gross!
He's calling to me.
Don't touch it, doesn't like it. There's blood up there. Beautiful sewage that way.
My father had the answer.
Hi, sir. Time to save. Yeah. New chapter, though. What is this chapter called? Attack the... No, we're still in Attack of the Fishmen. It's just we now do the sewers, so yeah. So let's go back into the apparently the Shaggoth sewers. I'll stare at the body all day and slightly go insane. Look at his goddamn fingers. They're skinny as hell. Or do they feed him to malnutrition fingers there? Is that a shadow? No? Okay, it's fine. Hey.
Where's my daddy? There are things here I don't like.
Huh. It's like a pulley puzzle. I'll look at it in a second. Sounds making fun sounds behind the store. There's all these things. I don't know what any of them do. What's up here? Can't climb the ladder, so I don't know. What?
Won't open.
Let me get up here.
The tank's full of slimy water. There's no way I'm getting in.
Well, it's time to figure out a goddamn puzzle then as I break my legs. Don't mind me. Obviously, oh jeez, I'm starting to go slightly insane. I was something in that water. Let's see. There's only so many positions this can go into. Is there any hint though?
It's coated in slime. I'm not touching it. It's coated in slime. I'm not touching it.
Is the door at least open?
It won't open.
No. Is this puzzle not solved? Maybe it's like... Well, I kind of get what I'm doing.
The water looks reasonably clean. I just need to drain it away.
Okay, I can do that.
The water looks reasonably clean. I just need to drain it away. The water looks reasonably clean. I just need to drain it away.
Okay, you're the boss. Okay. Yeah, this is fine. Weird. Oh, I need to go quickly so I can ensure I'll be able to enter inside the sewer grate because that's what I want to do. Apparently. How do I get back up? Because the goddamn ladder won't work for me. Oh no. Am I stuck inside? It's gonna be the best. Work, ladder. Work! Let me into your arms. Oh, there we go. Worked when I crouched. Made it. Okay. I'll have to arrive to get inside there through a time limit. Go into the hole. That's what I always wanted to do. Crawl through water chutes. Must feel all nice and slippery, slimy up down here. It sounds like flies, but like really big flies, but actually just a lot of small flies. Well, okay then. Oh. I'm back in the madhouse, my favorite. Oh, never mind, that's only there for people. So, never mind, right now it's starting to get filled with maggots. What are you up to, sir? Skeletons. Oh. Don't want to touch the green stuff though. I also don't get grabbed by tentacle monsters though. Both these nests. Oh, there's a ladder. I'm up. Out of the sewer lines. I mean, I guess they have to dump the bodies somewhere. Sewers makes the most sense, I guess, for a bunch of town of fun people. I use the term fun people very loosely. But hey, I'm sure they're good at parties with themselves. That's what they have to do to entertain themselves. Okay. Hi, ma'am. Just gonna jump over that because that doesn't look safe at all. Is this door open? It is. And because I'm not planning to hang myself today, I should probably go on back through these parts. Down and up and around. I will take that med pack. Thanks for asking. Oh, I can't? Guess what's about to... Oh yeah, I am full of stuff, aren't I? Guess what I'm gonna do then. It's time for magic healing. Patch myself right on up. Used a few things. Only a bandage. Worth picking one up. We'll just skip it anyway. Down the hatch. I should probably grab the ladder. Okay, good. The ladder I grabbed. Hey, little girl. I just realized the little girl's Ruth, the girl who died earlier, isn't it? I don't know why I only just put that together right now. It was that girl that we saw earlier. Ruth, you need to stop doing that. It's not healthy for you to be a ghost. Or me going mad. Or maybe I'm going mad, but there is in fact a ghost. They're all likely options. Should I drop down there? First, let me see what's beyond it. I'm curious what's down in this dark, dark tunnel. If anything. Just the sound. Well, regardless, there doesn't seem to be anything. I'll see if there's going to be an adventure or something. Hey, oh, another save point. Are those giant spiders? No, those are crabs. Spider crabs. Ah! Well, I only slightly broke my legs. Don't mind me. Oh, I could take the ladders down. Don't mind me again. Now I'm going to see if those crab spider things are actually going to be dangerous to us or not. Alright. Hello, my favorite crab spiders. Oh. They're walking towards me. I don't think I want to deal with them. Oh, but they're everywhere. Oh, they were chipping away at my knees, apparently. You know what? I'll goddamn heal my knees. It's actually probably because I jumped down, come to think of it.
Jack, you are different, Jack. We hear of us in your dreams.
Cthulhu the Dumb. You can hear the
I seem to be popular. Could climb up there. Or I can climb. Oh, that area is blocked off. Is this area blocked off? That area is blocked. Oh, there's a guy with a gun up there. Well, there's multiple different ways to go. Most of them are blocked off, but at least now I know there'll be some fishmen up there. Won't go down to the sewers. Apparently, disappeared. That's problematic. Just keep in mind there's at least one guy with a shotgun up there, and that should be okay. Not dealing with that one right now.
Outsider! Stop!
The grate doesn't seem to be fastened securely. The grating is loose. It hasn't been tightly fixed in place.
Do I have anything that can help me there? Well, not that I can see.
The grate doesn't
I
seem to
heard
be
some-
fastened securely.
Ooh, I see what I'm doing.
The grating
I
is
heard
loose.
something
It hasn't
over
been
there.
tightly fixed in place.
I get it.
The grate doesn't seem to
Came
be
from over
fastened
there.
securely.
Can you see anything?
Are you down there, outsider?
Can you see anything?
Time to go up. Using audio diversions. It works. Peekaboo. Was there just a door here a second ago? Whatever. Going on down. Yes, being inside a burning building. I'm sure this will work out great for me. Doesn't seem to be around these parts, so let's go. I'm sure this ground over there won't collapse if I try walking over it. I'm not gonna try though.
Stop! Get him! What is
Oh,
it?
I need to lift this. There's a trap door in the way. I think I see how this is gonna work.
This crate is blocking the door.
Well, nothing ventured, nothing gained, as they say. Oh dear. Why am I stuck? Don't see me. Cause
This
I'm
crate,
stuck.
this crate is this crate, 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 this crate is blocking the door.
I see
got
him!
it. Wonder why you see me. Ah. Oh, go, 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 go,
This crate is blocking the door. This crate is blocking the door.
Oh, I see. Oh, I didn't see that earlier.
I lost him! Spread out!
Let's fall down.
Search the area! Spread out! He's over there!
No.
Get him!
You see nothing. Okay. That door is open.
It won't budge.
That door will not budge. I will take my ammunition for when I eventually get a gun. I'll have some good old things on hand. Don't close the door in my face. Open up. Okay. I am barely grazing by some of these situations. I'm doing okay, I think. Maybe. Close the door a bit more. Hello, mirror. They did shatter all the mirrors in town. They're not vampires, though. At least they better not be goddamn vampires.
Nothing of interest.
He really doesn't like his art. That doesn't look bad just because they're made by fish people. Peekaboo. Ooh. Looks like I'm in a church. Not a very fancy art museum. Very religious art museum, that is. Oh, you're here. Hi, ma'am. Let me look.
It's a strong image of Christian
Jack,
iconography.
You're alive. Thank God.
Just barely. The Order has got half this blasted town on my heels.
I warned you, Jack. I told you the Order wouldn't stand.
Save it, sweetheart. You found anything more on Brian?
He never made it out of town. The Order has him holed up in the old jailhouse until he's needed.
Needed? Needed for what?
Sacrifice, Jack. To Dagon. They'll take him out to Devil's Reef, and he'll never be seen again.
Dagon? Sacrifice? This is crazy talk. Innsmouth's old fishing tales have muddled your mind. But I don't want another death on my conscience. Where's this jailhouse?
It's out the back of the Merchant's Bank, just past the old water tower. We better keep off the streets. The tainted are roaming everywhere. There's a secret crypt under the church that leads out to someplace safe. We can use that. My father built it when he was minister.
Okay, get your father and let's go.
I can't. I mean, he wouldn't pledge himself to Dagon. He called it blasphemy. The Order found him and...
Jeez. I'm sorry, Rebecca. Did your father ever show you how to get into this crypt?
No, but he gave me this. I think it'll help.
Found it, so we have to leave now.
The church is this way. Follow
I
me.
can't see this meeting with the ordered letters and books. It won't budge. It's a strong image of Christian iconography.
She's going crazy, don't mind me.
Nope, nothing of interest.
God, help us. We'll have to make a run for it.
It won't budge.
Jack,
It won't budge.
I'm exploring. Give me a moment.
inside. Follow me.
Don't let him get away!
It's the minister's journal.
Quick, Jack.
I found a journal. Don't mind me.
Get alive!
Jack,
Coming.
you're going the wrong way.
Okay.
What are you waiting for? We must get to the church.
Don't blame me.
No!
I was. Hey. Always try to find a safe place to treat injuries. Of course. Church refugee. February 8th, 1922. Night. There's no going back now. Locals want me dead. That's clear enough, and they can't afford to let me get away now. Even in the sanctuary of the church, I don't feel safe. Though it looks like Rebecca was right. They're not making any effort to break in like they did in the hotel. I'm gonna miss her. Still, at last I have a lead on Ryan Burnham. Rebecca was conscious. I was convinced he was alive and was being held in the town's jailhouse. Where's the jailhouse? According to Rebecca's directions, I need to find the merchant's bank and then the water tower in order to reach it. That's easier said than done, though. Those things have me pretty much trapped in here. Eventually, one of them may think of burning the place down, or they may overcome their fear of the place and come busting in. I need to find that secret way out. Rebecca said her old man's postcard would help, but I don't know how. I just hope I don't have to go back through those sewers. There's something down there for sure. I thought it was just another tall tale at first, but I could feel it. And that slime, it was like a trail from something. Something not natural. What did that hick call it? A Shoggoth? The Order's grip on the folk that this town is strong, and they'll stop at nothing. Rebecca's murder proves that, and old Zadok, looks like they beat him to death for talking to me. Oh yeah, that was Zadok that was pushed down the well, the drunk that we met earlier. I should have left the poor old rummy alone.
If you're willing to come out now, we'll not gut the gal's carcass.
Well, oh dear. She's dead, so she's not in her body. I was just saving here for a second. I will save here.
Yourself up, outsider. There's no way out of there.
So we're just checking out the area.
Open these doors, outsider!
Not yet, ma'am.
There's a raised section of tiling in the baptismal pool. I can feel a strong draft of air coming from the drainage pipe. The tile appears to be on runners. It won't budge. The tile appears to be on runners. It won't budge.
No place to run.
The defacement of the church must have happened many months ago.
It seems likely.
The pulpit is stained with blood.
The Order will have mercy on your rotten soul.
Gonna go over. Actually, I haven't checked my books in a while. Diary of Jack Walters. I've read everything there. Collection of General Evidence. I picked up a few books. A manuscripts. Okay, so I'm just gonna read these evident things for a second. Post-mortem records. She were a lively one, and no mistake. I kept her going as long as I could for the music she were making. Such a pair of lunds, and after she were done, I found those lunds on her look as good as they sounded. Maybe I'll keep them. Her liver was particular sweet as well. I never much wanted to go to New York, but if they all talks as much as this one, I reckon I ain't missing much. Soon as we woke and saw the knives, he was away talking and pleading and bargaining for his life. All them words made me dizzy, and I had to take his ton first to stop him. In future, I better wait a while after they eat dinner, as his innards stink awful. The bones was nearly all out before he died. I was real careful around the arteries, as he didn't lose any more blood than could be helped, and he lasted a lot longer for it. The flesh moved on its own as he tried to work his arm, but with the bones gone, there weren't nothing it could do, just twitch. I took it out the strap so it could move free, and I watched. The new gag worked much better, and he was more quiet than the last. Postcard? On the back of the postcard, there is a handwritten religious verse. It must be a coded message. It reads, I ring the bells unto the glory, O Lord, from the lowest unto the highest, and by the sacrament of baptism shall I enter into your secrets. The postcard must also serve some other purpose. It is pierced by 4 handmade holes, each circled with a number of arrows. The arrows seem to signify some sort of order. Diary of Church Minister. The evil began in 1846, the same year Obed Marsh was first arrested, and the same year he found his blasphemous order. It is hard not to assume a connection. As the congregation has diminished, the townsfolk began to develop the unnatural characteristics the outsiders have come to call the Innsmouth look. It started in the Marsh family, but spread across the town. For want of any other, I coined the term ichthyosis for the condition, ichthyosis, and began corresponding with a few medical men I had known in my student days. I cannot talk right now, apparently. I was unable to determine the nature of the condition, how it spread, and whether I was in danger from it. Although my flock had deserted me, I could not desert them. I had to stay and fight this evil, or at least try to understand it. they do seem to avoid the ancient sigil that I discovered in one dusty tome, which called the Elder Sign. Though it troubles me to rely on this instead of the cross, it does appear to offer more protection. Soon it became apparent that the condition was regarded as some sort of blessing by the adherents of Marsh's ungodly faith. I noticed that those most heavily disfigured by it commanded respect from the others, and from time to time I overheard snatches of conversation about the pure blood, which from their context seems not to refer to the blood of those untainted and healthy looking. There was talk of marriages, but no one came to me to be wed. Wives were sometimes mentioned, but never named. They seem not to be from Innsmouth, and yet no one has moved to the town since Marsh's reign began. As I walk the streets as dusk, which I seldom do except at great need, I seem to hear strange noises from unlit, curtained upper rooms in the town's houses. I hear of births, but conduct no baptisms. Those few who shun Marsh's temple are fearful, and I am fearful too. We must be strong in our faith and in our lives, for we are all that remains of the true Innsmouth, and its only hope of awakening from this nightmare. Postcard there. Aaron religious verse. I ring the bells unto the glory, O Lord, from the lowest unto the highest. The lowest bell, the highest bell. 4 bells in all, because there's 4 holes. Sacrament of baptism shall enter your secrets. Okay, well, it's obviously a puzzle, so. And it's probably up here, wherever the bells.
If you're willing to come out now, we'll not gut the gal's carcass.
That's pleasant.
Give yourself up, outsider. There's no way out of there.
Not going to mention that for some reason. I will save right here for a moment. Just so I keep the little progress I did make to observe things there and climb up here.
Open these doors, outsider!
Oh, there's a person hanging from there. I didn't even see that.
You can't get away!
Okay, there's ropes attached to these different things. But I see 3 bells. An old postcard pierced with 4 handmade holes. There are some strange handwritten instructions on the back. Can I observe it? Now I meant to press. I ring the bells unto the glory, O Lord, from the lowest unto the highest, and the sacrament of baptism shall enter into your secrets. Okay.
You're trapped. There's no place you can run.
That's attached to this bell. So it'd be this rope.
Just give yourself up, outsider. The order will have mercy on your rotten soul.
Is there another bell somewhere? Oh, wait. Can I open it?
If you're willing to come out now, we'll not gut the gal's carcass.
Was it that simple? Because it says there's 4 things.
Give yourself up,
Oh,
outsider.
it was that
There's
simple.
no way out of there.
Closes on top of me. Okay. Let's see what this place holds. Aim to fill. I don't know what that's all saying.
There are markings everywhere. It must have been down here that Rebecca's father figured out that mysterious sign.
Of course. Unfortunately, I cannot read it, but, you know, I'm not familiar with the language of the old ones. So, yeah, I guess I could look at the walls and observe for a second. Don't see much, though. Old door. Old religious room. Works for me.
It's a registry of births, deaths, and marriages in Innsmouth.
Apparently they didn't come to the church after a certain point, though.
It's the coffin of Tom Pickett, who died in 1837, aged 49. It's the coffin of D. Slocum, who died in 1852, aged 27. It's the coffin of D. Slocum, who died in 1852, aged 27. They all appear to be volumes on the history of Innsmouth. All these books are covered in dust and cobwebs. They haven't been studied for some time. History was never my strongest subject. All these articles relate to the deaths of Innsmouth citizens.
You don't say. Also a vault here, which I feel is probably related to something. I'm going to first read this book here, though, see what I can see. Registry of Births, Deaths, and Marriages. Alright. Registry of Births, Deaths, and Marriages. 1844. Births 7, 6 baptized, 1 died. Deaths 6, 5 buried, 1 lost at sea. Marriages 5. 1845. Births 9, all baptized. Deaths 7, 5 buried, 2 lost at sea. Marriages 3. Registry of Births, Deaths, 1846. Births 12, all baptized. Deaths 243, 235 in the disturbances of the epidemic, 240 buried, 3 lost at sea. Marriages 2. 1847. Births probably 7, no baptisms. Deaths 3, reported 2 burials. 1 coffin, upon being accidentally dropped, broke open and was found to contain rocks and logs. This was not buried. Marriages none registered. 1848. Births non-registered, probably 10, no baptisms. Deaths 5, reported 1 funeral, others not certain. Marriages none registered. 1849. Births none registered, thought to be 7 or 8, no baptisms. Deaths none registered, 4 believed, no funerals. Marriages none registered. Now, obviously, probably with these dates around here, there's a hint. I don't want to move forward from this locker thing until I figure it out.
It's no use. I don't know the combination.
Yeah, so I have to come back to it once we figure out the combination then. So things to figure out and work with instead. So I'm going to close in the meantime and go on downstairs.